Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another healthy dinner ideas. I have 3 really yummy, amazing recipes to share with you today. So I have a spicy slow cooker pork carnitas. I have a chicken harvest skillet, which uses all the wonderful fall flavors we have going on right now. And then a very versatile chunky veggie marinara sauce. Okay, let's get cooking. I hope you enjoy. Bye guys. Healthy dinner idea number 1 is slow cooker pork carnitas. The ingredients you're going to need for this are half of a tablespoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of oregano, salt and pepper to taste, a pork roast. I used a 3-pound pork roast, garlic cloves or minced garlic, 1 onion that has been quartered, 2 oranges that you're going to use the juice from, and 2 limes that you're going to use the juice from. Okay, so to get started, you're going to want to combine all your spices and rub it on all sides of the pork roast. You want to place the garlic, the onions, the orange juice, lime juice, and the pork into your slow cooker. I also added the orange halves. I figured this might add a little bit of flavor, which it seemed to. You want to cover and cook on low for 8 hours or on high for 4 to 5 hours. After it has finished cooking, you want to remove the pork from the slow cooker and shred it up. Then return it back to your crock pot for about 30 minutes on the warm setting. Once this has sat for another 30 minutes, remove the meat and transfer to a lined baking sheet. And then you want to remove your cooking liquid from the slow cooker and allow it to thicken in a pot. Once your mixture has thickened a little bit, pour that liquid over your pork meat, and then you want to put your pork meat under the broiler for a few minutes until crispy. I definitely would not skip this step. It adds kind of that authentic crispy pork carnitas to this recipe, and this recipe was so good. So much flavor from the orange juice and the limes. I highly recommend it. This recipe makes 8 servings and it is 3 smart points per serving. The way that I measured it out was I just weighed the entire thing and then split it up into 8 equal parts. And this is how I served it. I made it as a taco, and then I also had it as a tostada. Please let me know if you try this recipe. I know you'll love it. Healthy dinner idea number 2 is a chicken harvest skillet. It has all your fall flavors into one meal. The ingredients you're going to need for this are 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 pound of chicken breasts, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper, 4 slices of turkey bacon that has been chopped up, 3 cups of Brussels sprouts, 1 medium sweet potato, which is about 8 ounces, 1 medium onion, 2 Granny Smith apples, and I think that is the Granny Smith because of the tartness, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 cup of chicken stock, and a half of a teaspoon of thyme. Now I did do a half batch of this recipe, so the ingredients that I am putting into mine may look like a little bit less than what I just told you. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is going to heat some oil in the pan. You want to add the chicken, salt and pepper, and you want to cook it through. Once it is cooked through, transfer to a plate lined with a paper towel. Then you want to reduce your heat to medium-low, add in your chopped bacon, and cook it until crisp. And then transfer that to a plate lined with paper towels. Increase your heat back to medium-high and add in your Brussels sprouts, your sweet potatoes, your onion, and your salt. And you want to cook that until it is kind of crisp tender. Then stir in your apples, your garlic, your thyme, and your cinnamon. You want to stir this around, give it a quick kind of stir to let the spices cook up a little bit, probably about 30 seconds, and then stir in some of your broth, stir in a half of a cup of your broth. You want to bring that to a boil and cook until the liquid has evaporated. This took about 2 to 3 minutes. Then add in your cooked chicken and the remaining half a cup of broth. And you want to cook that until it is heated through, and then stir in your bacon. And there you go. This is a really yummy, definitely a fall feel recipe. I was a little bit nervous about the cinnamon, I have to tell you, but I was really surprised how much flavor it added to this recipe. This makes 4 servings and it is 6 points per serving. As you can see, I just served it just as itself in a bowl. It did not need any sides with it because it has your protein, your vegetables, and just a little bit of sweetness as well from your sweet potatoes and your cinnamon. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Healthy dinner idea number 3 is a chunky veggie marinara sauce. I guess this really is not a dinner. This is a dinner component. The ingredients you're going to need for this are 1 small diced onion, 2 cloves of garlic that's been minced, 1 small zucchini diced up, 3/4 of a cup of diced eggplant, 1 large carrot that has been peeled and diced, 1 red sweet bell pepper that has been seeded and diced, a 20-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of dried basil, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and a half a cup of broth. I use chicken broth. The original recipe did call for veggie broth. So the first thing you're going to want to do is saute the onion, carrot, and garlic in a 1/4 cup of the broth. This takes about 5 to 7 minutes till the carrot has softened up and the onions are translucent. Then you want to add in the bell pepper, the zucchini, the eggplant, and an additional about 2 to 3 tablespoons of broth, and saute that for about 5 to 6 minutes until the zucchini and eggplant are soft. And then you want to add more broth as you're going as needed. You want to go ahead and add in your crushed tomatoes, the salt, pepper, dried basil, and then the balsamic vinegar, and the remainder of the broth, and then stir it to combine. And then you want to simmer this on low for about 20 minutes. As you can see here, I used mine as a topper for some chicken. So what I did was I cooked my chicken in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. Then I added on the marinara sauce, put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes. But this marinara sauce I think could be so versatile. This was amazing on the chicken. I think it would make really good, of course, for pasta as well, but just be creative with it, and it is such a good veggie packed recipe. And this makes a huge batch, and this recipe comes in at 0 smart points, so you can't beat that. So let me know if you try this recipe and how you're going to use it. Thank you so much for watching another Healthy Dinner Ideas. I will have another one very soon. And as usual, look down below in the description box. I will have a PDF of all the recipes for you to be able to print out and try them out for yourself. Please let me know if you do try these recipes, and you can tag me on social media if you do. Thanks again for watching. Bye guys.